I have accumulated quite a few books since I last spoke to you, and I know it's been a while since I did a video, but I have a very good excuse, and that excuse being school consumed my life. It always tends to slow me down. But good news! I'm pretty sure I'm in the pace of things now, so I thought I'd film this video really quickly and show you guys what I got. Now, if you guys have watched my bookshelf tour video, then you know that I wasn't particularly happy with the editions of Jane Eyre and Wuthering Heights. And I asked you guys, which editions did you like? And a lot of you said really great suggestions, but the ones that I ended up settling on were by Ruben Toledo, and he is a very famous illustrator, particularly in the fashion world, and he was commissioned to do a couple of covers for Penguin, and these two were one of them. The first one I got was Wuthering Heights. I wasn't too fond of these covers at first, but I've grown to really love the gothic illustrations and the really dark nature of these books, and I think they're really quite pretty. And then I also got Jane Eyre, which I really like. It's like that. A little Neil Gaiman crazy. I just, I guess you can say, discovered him, and after I read Coraline, which is the first book that I already showed you guys that I finished, I had to get Stardust, and I already finished this. Absolutely adored this. This is a really great book if you are looking to read some fantasy novels but don't want to invest a lot of time in reading those books, because they always, you know, there's a tendency that they are very heavy. There's a lot of characters, there's a lot of world building, and oftentimes they are usually in a series or really heavy giant books, and this is like 250 pages. You still get that really gorgeous imagery and like the whole world of fantasy world, but without it being super long, so that's really nice. Then I picked up The Graveyard Book, which was recommended to me because you have to read this book apparently if you want to read any of Neil Gaiman's novels, and this is an interesting story about a boy who lives in a graveyard. So I'm really excited about reading this, and can't wait to see whether or not these are as good as some of his other works. If you read this, let me know what you think about it below. Then I picked up a Douglas Adams novel. This is the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I know this is a series. This is the first book in the series, but I was really excited to give this a go because I heard a lot of really great, fantastic things, especially that it is very funny. So I like things that are funny, so I got that. The next set of books are part of the Penguin English Library collections, and I am really happy to give all these classics a go. There are not some that I'm quite familiar with, but a few of them have been mentioned here and there on BookTube, and some of them I picked out based on the synopsis that I read on the back. So the first one I'm going to show you is Cranford by Elizabeth Gaskell. I wanted to read North and South, but it wasn't available in my bookstore. This was there, and I heard this was also pretty good, so I got that. Then I got Dubliners by James Joyce, and I've been meaning to read James Joyce's work for a very long time, but I didn't want to read his more famous novel, Ulysses, which is a beast. It's a giant. It's like 1,000 pages. I don't know how long it is. It's pretty huge. Or more maybe, I don't know. But I thought this would be a really good book to get into, just to get a feel of his writing style. Next I got Bram Stoker's Dracula. I've been meaning to read this book for a super long time. It is a very well-known classic horror tale about a vampire called Count Dracula. So yeah, this sounded super interesting. I love the cover. One thing that I really adore about these editions are the spine. They're gorgeous, orange, and whatever the color of the cover is, it's just so graphic, and I really adore them. This next book is Pamela by Samuel Richardson. This book was recommended to me, so I thought I would get the Penguin English Library edition of this, and I really can't wait to read this. These covers are absolutely gorgeous, and they feel like rubber, so it's really nice. This book I got mainly because the synopsis on the back of it just sounded so appealing. This is called The Monk. The cover on this is, I don't know if you can see, but they're like human bones on it. But basically it's like this intense, erotic horror story between a monk who is trying to fight temptations, his like sexual temptations, with his like vows and his religious beliefs, and there's like rape and murder and sexual obsession, and it's just a whole slew of very interesting, freaky, scary topics, and I just really wanted to see what it was actually about, so I picked that up. That is my book haul. Sorry if the lighting in this video is changing quite drastically. It is because it is 6:18 in the afternoon, or in the evening, not afternoon. So the sun is settling and it just keeps getting lower and lower, and it's like facing my face, and the clouds are like going through it, and there's lots of like light issues. I tried to correct them as I went along in this video, but yeah, I hope that wasn't too much of a distraction. So I hope you guys enjoy this video, and comment, rate, subscribe, ta-ta!